Hi STEAM members, it's Rex. Today we're going to review oceanography. The ocean is an extremely vast place. 75%, or 3/4, of the Earth's surface is actually covered by water, and that water extends tens of thousands of feet below the surface that we see in some areas in the ocean. So to get a better understanding of this enormously vast place that sits on Earth, let's take a deep dive into the ocean. 140 million square miles. That's how much of the Earth's surface is ocean. We spend most of our lives just thinking about the ocean, at its surface level. The waves on it, that's what we see when we visit it. But just below the surface, there lies an entirely different world. One full of countless and beautiful animals, plants, and colors. This is the epipelagic zone, also called the sunlight zone, because this is the only layer of the ocean where sunlight rays can penetrate the water. Here, that allows for plants to undergo a process called photosynthesis. Those plants can be eaten by more complex animals, which gives rise to a great abundance of life. And it's all fueled by the process of photosynthesis. When you're older, you'll learn a lot more about the process. But for now, just think of it as a way of a plant making food for itself, using just the gas carbon dioxide, a little bit of water, and sunlight. But there's so much more to the ocean. Let's dive deeper. If we go just around 3,000 feet below the surface of the ocean, we find something that looks like it could be from an entirely different planet. Here, almost no sunlight penetrates the water. As a result, the creatures look very strange. They can't eat plants. Instead, they have to feed off of what falls from above and make their own light. We're in the mesopelagic, or the twilight zone. Dive below 3,000 feet and you reach the vast bathypelagic zone, or the midnight zone. Here, no sunlight whatsoever penetrates, and we find some of the strangest creatures in the ocean. Down here, we also find that there's a clear hierarchy of which fish dominate the ocean. The octopus is a primary predator down here. It searches for food debris, but also the small animals that only eat food debris. Yet, we can go even deeper. If we go below nearly 13,000 feet, we reach what in most cases is the bottom of the ocean, the abyss. Here there's no sunlight. The pressure is extreme and hardly any food exists whatsoever except for the small amount of fish feces and debris that accumulate at the bottom. This is a no-fish land, except for the strongest fighters in the sea. Yet, the ocean doesn't end there with darkness. If we go just a little deeper into what's called the trenches, we find life. Down here, in the pitfalls in the abyss, we find volcanic vents. These vents provide enough energy for certain plants to undergo photosynthesis without sunlight. That allows for much more complicated creatures to thrive down here. There's still so much we don't know about the depths of the ocean, though. The ocean does, however, go to show that in science, sometimes there's a lot more than what you see at the surface. Hi STEAM members, it's Rex. I really hope you enjoyed today's video about the oceans. You may notice that there's still a lot about the oceans that we don't know, especially the far depths of the oceans, even though the oceans are located on Earth. But we are discovering more as we send more submarines and cameras and probes down to the deep. And maybe someday one of you will explore the depths of the ocean and discover all the mysteries hiding in the deep.